Welcome to Shelter in Place Superheroes. You guys, this is our last episode. Are you happy or sad about that?
Happy and sad.
Yeah, I'm kind of maybe in like the rainbow zone with that, right?
Happy.
Because
It's happy that we don't we can have more time and also we taught all of you. But it's also sad that we don't get to teach you anymore.
yeah, I feel the exact same way. And you know, it was it's like a feeling of accomplishment, right? Like we've done all of this together, right? With all of the people who are watching and they come on in the end. And of course, all of our amazing superheroes right here. As we wait for more people to hop in the room, Teacher Lucas, do you think that you could maybe play our theme song?
Absolutely. Everybody, when I say 1, 2, you know what to do. You say, any way you feel, it's okay. Give it a try. Ready? 1, 2, you know what to do. Any way you feel, it's okay. Nice. Sometimes you want to go out, scream and shout and play. Sometimes you just rather be on your own. Please just put down your phone for a minute and then by yourself you can just be nice and alone. When it's a warm and sunny day, it makes me feel happy. I just want to go outside and let the sun shine on my face and stand in the grass and feel the dirt in between my toes. I love nature. But sometimes, when it's a warm and sunny day, I'd rather just stay inside and chill. Listen to some new music I found while I've been inside all the time, or read a book that I never really appreciated before. And that's okay too. You know, sometimes my friends say, hey, I got a new dance. Do you want to see? And I say, yes, I want to see your new dance. And then Vita, show them a dance. Yeah! And we say, that's so cool. But sometimes my friends say, hey, Vita's got a new dance. Vita's got a new dance. Do you want to see? And I say, maybe later. Right now, I'd just rather be on my own. Hang out with my thoughts. And Vita's like, hey man, that's cool. No problem. Because, 1, 2, you know what to do. Any way you feel, it's okay. So now I'll be shot at play. Sometimes I just rather be on my own. Maybe check my phone once or twice, but for the most part, just gotta be away from it. And all alone. And that's okay, too.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much, Teacher Lucas. That was fantastic. And welcome, everybody. Welcome to Shelter in Place Superheroes, episode 4. That's right, we've done 4 of these. What have we done so far? Well, in episode 1, we talked about the feelings. Yeah, we talked about the feelings chart, right? We talked about the green zone where you're ready to learn and you're happy, and the blue zone where maybe you're a little low energy or sad, and the red zone where you're super furious that your baby brother is on top of you and won't get off, and the yellow zone where you're like a little surprised, maybe a little scared, just a little out of control.
And the green zone, just fine.
Yeah, are you in the green zone today, Vita?
I'm in all the zones. I'm in the rainbow zone because my shirt.
The rainbow zone, which is right in the middle there.
But I'm also kind of blue. It's because of my pants.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of blue, a little tired, kind of yellow, a little excited. It's our last show, right? And I think that, in the second episode, we talked about things that we can notice about what other people are feeling, right? And if you can have the superpower to know what you're feeling, and then have like the super glue superpower to know what other people are feeling, then you can make great choices. And that's what our last episode was about, was making good choices that are good for you and good for others, right? And if you can do all that, If you can have awareness of your own feelings, in addition to awareness of other people's feelings, and if you can make good choices, then you can't help but be optimistic. Vito, what's optimism? Do you know what optimism is?
Optimism is like knowing what it's going to happen next.
Knowing that good things are going to happen next, right? Yeah. Optimism is the belief that something good is around the corner. And sometimes it's really hard to be optimistic, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to feel like good things are going to happen. I would say, especially now, right?
Yeah.
Like we've spent the last however many weeks,
Like 2 months.
almost 2 months, right? Like staying at home. We haven't been going to school. It's been kind of sad. We haven't seen our friends like we're used to. And that's a big challenge, right? That is a really, really big challenge. And when you have big challenges, it can be hard to be optimistic. But I have to tell you guys, it is so important to be optimistic. If you believe that good things will happen, good things do happen. Is that right? Superheroes, have you guys practiced that in your life? Yeah, I think so, right? If you believe good things will happen, then good things happen. And the important thing we're going to teach about today is what to do when you have a challenge and you don't want to believe that good things are going to happen. You'd rather just kind of be sad about it. Just kind of be like, oh, I can't see my friends. I'm super bummed. I don't think anything's good gonna happen ever. But it's good to tie it all together. Okay? We got 3 letters, T-I-E. The T is temporary, right? Your challenges are temporary. They're not gonna last forever. The I is isolated. Your challenges are isolated. They are not the only thing. You have your challenge and it's real, but there are so many amazing things that are happening all around your challenge if you just look around. And the E is effort. It just takes a little bit of effort to overcome your challenge. Sometimes a lot of effort, but still just effort. And you've got that. You've got that inside of you, right? So it's temporary, it's isolated, and effort will get you out of that challenge and into your optimism. Everybody say optimism.
Optimism.
Thank you. All right. We are going to go, one more thing. Optimism is the mix between joy and anticipation. I love that. I love that idea. Right now, we are going to go to our first superhero. It is teacher Tiffany, and she's got a little art project that you guys can do during our show. If you have a piece of paper and some markers or pencils or pen or whatever, you guys can grab that and you can do the little art project that teacher Tiffany is going to tell us about. Teacher Tiffany, how's it going today?
Great, teacher Seth. Thanks for asking. So, hi, superheroes at home. I'm excited to see you guys again. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about a struggle that I had recently. So you guys know I'm an artist. Like, making art is my superpower. Like, I love it. It always puts me back in the green zone. But I was kind of struggling a few weeks ago because I can't go to my studio anymore. So I can't see my other artist friends. I didn't have a place to paint anymore, and all my stuff was stuck in my studio. But I started to apply tie to my problem. So I knew that it's temporary. It's not going to last forever, even though sometimes it feels like it. It's isolated. Art isn't the only thing in my life, right? The studio isn't the only thing in my life. And I also started to put some effort in. So I went to my studio, I got my stuff, I brought it back home, and even though it's a little bit crowded, I'm trying to make a new space for myself to paint in. So Ty's really helped me out, and it's really helped me to think positively and be optimistic. So, and always putting me back in the green zone. So I wanted to show you guys. I made an I love optimism sign, and I put it up in my home studio now. So I wanted to share it with you guys. Here it is. I just sat down while I was like watching some TV and just kind of just zoned out. And I was listening to music later on when I finished it. So what we're going to do today is all of us teachers are going to make a sign together, because even though we're separated, like, we can still be creative and make art together. That's what's awesome about technology. So we're going to start one together, and I hope you guys can join us too. So this is my old one. This is going to go up on my wall so I can be like proud of it, and just as a reminder for myself to be optimistic. And I just started a new one that we're making in today's live stream, and I started with an I. So everybody at home, get started on your optimism sign and put it up after today as a reminder to yourself. Thanks, guys, and back to you, Seth.
Oh, wow, that's super awesome. Vita has gotten a little bit of a head start here. She kind of just rolled through this one. And she's got her little I love optimism thing going on. But I think maybe our superheroes today.
I made two.
She also made one during rehearsal the other day. Thank you very much, Vita. So we're going to be adding to this poster as we go through today, and maybe you guys want to do that at home too. But right now we've got our second superhero teacher, Lucas, coming at us with some more music. Is Teacher Lucas there? Yes, there he is. Hi, Teacher Lucas.
Hi, everybody. So I think that's a super cool art project that Tiffany showed. So I got started on mine, but I got as far as coloring the eye and the heart, but the rest of it's kind of left blank. So I'm hoping maybe the rest of my superhero friends will add to that on their own, because we're all in this together, which is good to know, because now with everything happening, with everybody shelter in place, and just the little things that can come up, there's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of challenges all over the place. And specifically, I'll tell you one I've had, which is every week I like to do this show and I like to make a song. Well, when the other day when I wanted to write a song for it, my internet wasn't working near my piano, so I didn't know what to do. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? The first thing I thought, this problem will pass. So there's no need to freak out. It's just temporary. Even if I don't find a way out of it, it's not going to be a problem forever. That gave me some peace. And then I thought, it's an isolated thing. Even if I'm having this challenge, it doesn't have to affect me in other parts of my life or other parts of my day even. Maybe later in the day I'll be okay. But then, effort. What do I do? Solve those problems. So I thought, okay, I can't use the piano and I don't have the internet here. What if I take my guitar and then I just find somewhere that does have internet? So I drove to a truck stop and it worked pretty well for me. I used the tools I had at my disposal and I got somewhere with internet and a guitar, and then the problem was I got to write a song. So it helped to have those problems because I could write a song about those problems. And I started thinking, today's working out even better than I thought it would this morning. And looking back, yesterday wasn't half bad. And you know what? Even though sometimes I'll still get a little bit worried about tomorrow, I'm gonna give today everything I have. This is my song of freedom. Thank you very much, everybody. I love you. I hope you liked my song.
Awesome, Teacher Lucas. Thank you so much. Remember, we've got a toolkit of all of our superpowers. One of them is music. One of them is art, right? But we've got so many. And the other one coming up right now is horticultural therapy, which should be in everybody's toolkit. Teacher Ariel, what's going on today?
Hi, everybody. It's nice to see you from my indoor garden here in New Jersey. I wish it was a little bit sunnier, but that's okay. I'm going to add to my drawing because I'm so excited about Teacher Tiffany's activity. So I added an O you can see there. So I started the word optimism, and I can't wait to see what the other superheroes add to our drawing. But first I wanted to share a little problem that I'm having, and it sort of knocked me out of the green zone. And I'm going to use my tie it up skills, TIE, to see if I can get back to feeling more optimistic and in my green zone. So here's my problem. My problem is that a week or so ago, I planted some delicious lettuce seeds, and I was super excited because those like to grow in the spring when it's still a little chilly in New Jersey like it is now. So I was really excited to see some sprouts. Do you see any sprouts? Not a single one. So I planted these seeds and I was hoping they would grow, and none of them did. So that's my problem, and I'm feeling really sad about it. I'm feeling disappointed and like maybe I'm not very good at this. So I stopped, and I'm going to try to tie it up. So the first thing to think of is this is just temporary. This was just one time, and in a couple of days I'll get to try again, right? And then we'll see if it works. And the next part was that it's isolated, right? Usually when I grow something or when I plant a seed, it grows into a beautiful plant. So this was just one time it didn't work out so well, and that's okay. I don't have to feel bad about my gardening skills or worry that my plants aren't happy. It's just an isolated, on its own problem. And then the last part was effort. And that part I actually really love because it means I get to garden again. So all I did was I made a little bit of a hole. Oh, and actually, as I'm doing that, I'm using my empathy superpower to notice that the soil is pretty dry. That observation might help me if I want to try to water them a little bit more next time, put in that effort. So I have a tiny little hole in my soil. You probably can't even see it because lettuce seeds are really small. So you don't need to bury them very deep. So all the effort it takes after I figure out how to open the bag is to just put a few little seeds. You can't even barely see them. It looks like I have dirt on my hands. And then I'm going to drop them in, cover them up with a little bit of soil, and of course, add lots and lots of water. I'm going to keep a close eye on them. And now that I've tied up that problem of having no sprouts, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling like maybe I could be optimistic. And just like Teacher Lucas said, my day is going to turn out a lot better than I thought. So thanks so much, everybody. I hope you have a good day.
I love the optimism, and I love your story too, because I'm growing seeds right now too. Vita, are we growing seeds?
Yeah.
And are all of them perfect, or do some of them kind of have some problems?
A lot of the carrots have some problems. They're like,
Yeah, they're kind of like, yeah, that's how I would describe the carrots right now. But maybe we'll move, I think we're going to move ours to a different place. That's our tie, right? Our effort is to move them to a different place and see if they grow. But let's check in with one of our favorite superheroes. We've got Timothy Rim Chim Chi. How's it going, Timothy?
Hi, Teacher Seth. I'm Timothy Rim Chim Chi, and this is my friend Ferd, and today we are sharing our superhero superpower logic recipe for optimism that we learned from Vita. Right, Ferd? First, how does optimism feel? I think it feels yellow and orange. Remember, we have zones, right? Blue, yellow, red, green. I think optimism feels yellow-orange. Then we add a dose of empathy. I'm using my words here, my superpower of words. Empathy. I add a dose of empathy. How are you feeling, Ferd? Ferd is in the red zone today. I think Ferd misses his cousin. So now I have to apply the formula TIE. It's temporary. Ferd, it's temporary. You will see your cousin again. Shelter in place is not going to last forever. I for isolated. Even though Ferd can't play with his cousin, we could make him a new friend at home. should we make a new friend for Ferd?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Here's a glove. And we will call him Glover. Hello, Glover. This Glover also seems to be in the red zone. I bet we could help by singing him a song. Any way you feel, it's okay. Do. How do you think he feels now? Honk. Optimistic. Ooh, we made an effort and we sang him a song and now he feels optimistic. Wow, we are true superheroes, and I'm so thankful for you, Vita, and you, Teacher Seth, and all you other superheroes for helping teach me about my feelings and empathy and superpowers, and I just love you. So, back to you, Teacher Seth.
Oh, we love you too, Timothy Rimchimchi.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah? Oh, you got your sign too. You love OP. Nice. I think optimism is about it. It's coming, right? We're building it. Very cool. And thank you so much for being here, Timothy Rimchimchi. We've just enjoyed our time with you so much. We've got our next superhero. It's a superhero sidekick. We've got Teacher Courtney with Wallace.
Hi, superheroes. Teacher Courtney here, and my very favorite sidekick, Wallace. And, we started our day, and I was feeling a little blue, but even after I hear my other superhero friends talk for just a few minutes, and hearing Lucas play music, it makes me feel so much better. It makes me feel more in the green zone. And I think with Wallace, too, he's kind of chilling out and just laying here next to me. So we've been working on our sign as well, and we've got the I Heart OPT. So we're almost there with optimism. We're on our way. That's our art for the day. So we were trying to think about why we've been feeling a little blue and down and out lately. And Wallace and I love to go on adventures. That's like our favorite thing to do together. We love to travel and go on really long walks and runs and hikes. And right now we're both feeling a little tied up. You can see Wallace is all tied up and I'm kind of feeling the same. But not the good tie, like Teacher Seth is showing, the temporary isolated effort. We're feeling tied up because we can't go anywhere. So we are trying to figure out why we're feeling this way because we know it's temporary. It's not going to last forever. And we do know that we can go other places around the house, which is always nice. And then we know too that it's isolated. We have awesome things in our lives. We have each other, and we're best buddies. And then we also can read books and listen to music and tell stories and laugh. So we know it's not the only thing going on in our lives. But the other thing is that with a little bit of effort, we can still go on adventures. So this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, is this idea of going on adventures around your house. So maybe you guys could type in the chat window some little adventures you're going on around your house. Like Wallace and I like to go exploring in the trees and in the forest around us here. We also like to play hide and go seek in the house, which is kind of like a little adventure, or make forts around the house. So you guys can tell us some of the things that you've been doing on your mini adventures. We go on long walks, guys. Superheroes, yesterday we went on a walk and we saw a 10-foot alligator. I'm not even kidding, because I'm here in Florida and they're all over the place. It was crazy. That was kind of a scary adventure. Oh my goodness. Now, if you can't go on adventures, another thing that I like to do is plan for adventures. And I like to do it using art. So my superhero friend, Tiffany, has been talking a lot about art, and art makes me so happy. And she gave me a great idea. So I love to do collages. And what a collage is just putting a bunch of different things together on a piece of paper. So these are all the different things that Wallace and I want to do once this is all over, because we know that it's temporary. So you can find a magazine that you love and just find the words and images that make you feel happy. Make sure you don't cut up your mom and dad or your brother or sister's favorite magazine. That could be really bad. But everyone, remember, superheroes out there, flex your superhero muscles. You guys are going to be great, and stay optimistic. I know that hearing all of you share your superhero powers has made Wallace and I stronger and happier every single day. Thank you so much. And here is my optimism. Teacher Seth?
Awesome, Teacher Courtney. You know, that's such a good point about planning for adventures, because optimism is about the future, right? And so if you make a plan for an adventure, what a great way to feel optimistic, because you know you're going to be doing something good. I love that. Let's go now to Teacher Travis. Teacher Travis, what do you got for us in your backyard?
Yeah, hey guys, good to see all my superheroes again. It's a wonderful day here in Los Angeles. And, you know, I've been talking to you about my plants in my backyard, and maybe sometimes you can hear the birds singing at my house. There's so many birds around here. And most weeks, because I've been sheltering in Los Angeles now for 5 weeks, I've been kind of blue the whole time. I'm even wearing blue pants. I even got my blue Los Angeles Dodgers hat. And I'm blue because they're not playing right now. Oh, don't give me that thumbs down, Teacher Seth. And so I've been talking about being bored, and I thought of a new thing, right? I hear all these birds every day, and I thought maybe I should build a birdhouse. I have this workbench, and I got some tools. I got my hammer. I got a saw, and you know, I thought, well, I wonder, you know, what do I need to build a birdhouse? I need some wood, right? And I went in my house, you know, in my basement where I have some extra wood. And I got this. It's like a big piece of plywood. Hey, this is pretty good. This has got some good stuff to it. And I also found this piece of, it's called pegboard. It's like this little wood with holes in it, so you can hang things. If any of you guys like to build stuff, maybe your dad or your mom has a workbench with this on it, so you can put holes in it and hang your tools. But this is all I had. I didn't have anything else. And right now we're sheltering in place. And I thought, well, I don't know if this is enough to build a birdhouse. So I thought, this is my problem, right? I don't want to leave the house. I can't really leave the house. I can't get more stuff, right? So this is a problem. And maybe all of you have felt this way a little bit during this shelter in place. Maybe if you guys are bakers, I know that my kids like to bake. There's no flour, right? You go to the stores where they're out of flour, they're out of yeast. You know, maybe maybe you like video games. I know a lot of people are playing video games now, and maybe you want to buy a game that's, you know, it's either the store's not open, or you want to get a Nintendo Switch because you want to play Animal Crossing. I don't know if anyone's playing Animal Crossing, not me, but you can't even buy one right now. So there's this problem, right? That we just can't get the stuff we need. And so, you know, when I think about TIE, we've been talking about TIE, temporary. And I think that's the first thing to remember, right? That this problem is temporary, that, you know, I want to build this birdhouse and I need more wood. It's gonna, you know, this is gonna end, and there will be some chances to go and get more stuff. All right. So this is a temporary problem, but it's also isolated because, you know, if you want to bake, it's okay if we don't today. If I want to build my birdhouse, it's okay if the birdhouse isn't made today, because the birds are everywhere and they do have places to live. The birdhouse is really just for me. I want to maybe hang it on my lemon tree, or I have a tree in my front yard. So it's isolated, and the birds, they'll be all right. Oh, and I know some of you guys say I have enough. Maybe I do have enough. I don't know. But I thought, you know, what can I do to make sure that I have enough? What kind of effort can I put in to maybe overcome my problem? And since we're all stuck at home, there's all kinds of things you have at your house, right? You don't just need a piece of wood to build a birdhouse, right? We all have, you know, things around. So you can look around your house and say, what can I do to build a birdhouse? Now, some of you hopefully, you know, remember my kids, Teddy and Ada. They were here the first couple episodes, and they're pretty young. Teddy just turned 4. And so I have some of Teddy's toys, and I have a little toy bin here, and it's filled with blocks, wood blocks. Now, maybe you guys are a little bit older and you don't play with blocks anymore, but I'm sure you have something like this. I thought maybe what I can do, I can put a little effort in here, and I can take these blocks and I can use these to build a birdhouse. Instead of, you know, using this wood and cutting it up, what if I went and glued my blocks? And I made maybe like a little shelf, and I can make a little design. So I don't need to cut anything. Maybe I can just kind of glue them on here, right? I'll show you guys, right? Make a little pattern, and I can nail this to my tree. I don't know if that'll work. I don't know if the birds will like it, but it's something fun to try. And I talked about science and observation. It's kind of an experiment, right? So you put in a little effort, you give it a try, and you know that if it doesn't work, you can either try again. And I know that there'll be more things available for us in the future. This is temporary. This problem is isolated, but with a little bit of effort, guys, we can try something new, we can have fun, and we can discover a new solution. So I'm gonna give this a try, guys, and maybe we'll see each other again, and I can show you my front yard, and I can show you maybe what this birdhouse might look like, and maybe I'll have some happy new bird friends. So thank you, guys, and good luck. All right, Teacher Seth? Oh, hey, wait, Teacher Seth, I didn't show you guys my sign. I forgot about this. I use an eyeball, I heart, opti. And you know why, guys? You know, to talk about science really quick, opti, the word opti is a Greek word for sight or to see. And that's why I used an eye. And the word optimism, though, is a Latin word, so it means something different. But I thought this was pretty cool. It's a little bit of science for you guys. So there's my sign, I love opti. And that's it, Teacher Seth.
Oh, awesome. I love that, Teacher Travis. I really like the idea that science kind of takes this whole optimism thing, takes the idea of a problem and turns it into a good thing, right? Like any challenge that you have, that's an opportunity to learn. That's an opportunity to do some science, to try some new things, right? I love that.
Science starts with a problem. That's how it always begins,
Yeah. So instead of thinking of it like it's this thing you have to get through, you can think of it as this thing you get to overcome by being creative, right?
I love that, yeah.
And speaking of creativity, we've got our youngest superhero on the call here. This is Professor Vita. And Professor Vita has every week she's had some amazing jokes for us, and that's her superpower is humor. Vita, do you have some jokes for us today?
Yeah. And I just want to tell you something.
Okay.
Sometimes when there's a problem I can't get out of, sometimes I like to just laugh so I just forget about that problem and then just, be optimism.
Be optimistic. Oh, I love that, Vita. Thank you.
Nice one.
Oh, there's your sign, right? Yeah, working on your I love optimism sign. That's great. So what do you have for us today with a joke? Because your jokes really cheer me up too.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo hoo.
Why are you crying?
I wasn't crying, but I did say boo hoo. Good one, Vita. What's your next one?
Why did the math book look so sad?
I don't know. Why did the math book look so sad?
Because he had so many problems.
That is another puntastic humor. Okay, your third joke. What's your third joke?
Why did the student hate math class?
Uh-oh, why did the student hate math class?
Because he was a calculator.
Calculator. Oh, goodness. The wordplay. I love it. It has been so much fun doing this with you, Vita. Thank you so much. I hope it's something that you'll remember forever and will make you more optimistic in the future. Right now, though, we are moving on to the other. Oh, God, I said our youngest superhero was Vita, but our youngest superhero is actually Bella. My goodness. Hi, Jimmy and Bella. How are you guys today?
Hey, doing pretty good, thank you. All down for the community art project. So Bella made this one with her mother earlier. I heart optimi. And we drew a little sweat drop on the eye because we're going to focus on the effort right now. One of the things I've been struggling with is moving enough. It's been hard moving enough since we've been stuck at home, hasn't it? Your gymnastics is canceled or soccer is canceled. Can't go riding bikes with other friends. But I'm going to show you a couple things we can do here at home to keep our effort going so that we can continue to keep moving and get our goals. Come on, let's go back here. All right, one of my favorite things to do is sing a song while I'm stretching. So sit down, put your feet out right in front of you. Right in front of you, we're gonna sing head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. All right, that's a pretty good stretch. Now let's do it the hard way. Gonna lift our feet up in the air and do it again. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. head and shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears and mouth and nose, head and shoulders, knees and toes, All right. Good job. I even saw Seth's feet up in the air. Did you guys see that? One more thing you can do, especially for your bigger kids, if you want to do something a little more difficult. These are called 5-count bodybuilders. It's going to be 5 positions, and then you jump up and you say the number of how many you're going to do. So I challenge you to do 10 by yourself at home. We're going to do 3 together right now. First position, tuck down. Second position, feet up. And third position, feet apart. Fourth, feet back together. Fifth position, back to tuck. And that's 1. So check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Good job, Bella. You did a fantastic job. If you're extra strong, you can add a push-up to that and get your arms working out too. So those are 2 things you can do with very little room at home to keep on putting your effort in to make your movement goals while we're quarantined. Good luck, superheroes.
Oh, that was awesome. That is Vita's favorite exercise, I think, is burpees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are kind of slurpees, though, with that extra move. Pretty cool, pretty fun. Now, let's go to Grandmother Tutu. She's going to take us through some mindfulness.
So my superpower is mindfulness, also known as meditation. And it's been around with humans since very ancient times. Even before reading and writing and science, every human knew that when you go inside and listen to your heart, you can find a wish-fulfilling jewel. And so I was thinking, I don't mind these days too much because I really like to sit and do more practice. I do yoga, I do meditation. And I thought about when I had to move down here from Seattle. It was 17 years I was living in a house, and when moving was so stressful, and I knew it was temporary, and I knew it was isolated, and I knew I needed to do a lot of effort, not just to pack up all the boxes, but to unpack the boxes. So what did help me? I want you to find a place of gratitude inside. That's what helps me. Just think of one thing that you're grateful for. You can either gently let your eyes close or keep your gaze low so that you can just think inside one thing you're grateful for. We have so many things. And just slow down your breath. I know every morning I wake up and I'm grateful for a new day. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I'm happy. Following the breath. And then at night, before I go to sleep, I like to review my day and I think about at least 5 things I'm grateful for. So when we slow down our mind, we can feel inside those things that we're grateful for. And then every cell in our body starts to feel a little bit more optimistic. So just a couple more breaths now. And then when I time, we can just gently open our eyes and orient back into the room, knowing that we're here in our room, safe, optimistic, with friends virtually. And I want to show you what I made. I'm up to the S. And you know why I put an I? Just like Travis, science and the ancient teachings are coming together. And when our heart feels happy and optimistic, when we open our eyes, we see the world in a very different way. And we can see the good in others, just like we want to feel good and happy and optimistic in ourselves, when we open our eyes after taking time out, we feel that. And I'm always grateful for my breathing buddy, Kabir, because we sleep together too. And then I could always lay Kabir on my belly like we did 2 sessions ago and breathe deeply. And when we breathe deeply and calm down, the world looks so much more optimistic.
Oh, thank you so much, Grandmother Tutu. What I love about the idea of focusing on gratitude, it really helps me with the I of Thai, right? The idea that it's isolated, my challenge is isolated, because when I look at the things that I'm grateful for, I realize that there's so many wonderful things that I've been blessed with, right? And I just want to say I'm so grateful for you, Grandmother Tutu. We did not even know each other before we started these calls. She just happened to be a member of FIDA's school community that reached out to me to have some help with Zoom calls and the great work that she's doing with Vernon's school. And it was just perfect timing for you to come together and join us on this call. So thank you so much for being here.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought about what they're thankful for. Pretty sure a lot of people thought about their thankful for their family.
Yeah.
Because their family gives them like everything they need.
Yeah, and you know, you actually remind me of someone I'm very thankful for that's on this call, which is my own mother. One of the things I'm really thankful for with her, Grandma Joan, is that she's been teaching Vita how to play piano. And it's been so nice to have those virtual lessons during this time. Well, thank you so much, Grandmother Tutu. And we have 2 more superheroes. I know we're running a little past time, but don't worry, we're going to get you guys on the call. We've got superhero Jackie.
Hello, friends. Today, I want to talk to you about our last dance that we're going to do. Just review a little bit. I've been teaching some dances every week. And first, we got our wiggles out to get our energy up. If you're feeling blue and want to get to green. Then we learned about how to say hello and communicate with our friends by asking them. Finally, we did a song about a ball to use our imagination so we don't get bored. And today, what we're going to do is talk about our neighborhood, because we are sheltering in place, but not everybody is. There's actually a lot of people that cannot shelter in place. They are essential workers. Vita and Bella, or anyone, friends at home, who are the essential workers right now? People not sheltering in place.
Hospitals, fireplaces, police.
Yeah. Yeah, so of course we have our first responders, police, firefighters, and doctors and nurses. Oh my gosh, can I say I'm so incredibly thankful for everybody that's doing these services, for everybody that has to go out there and be scared every day. Many, many thanks for all of the work that they do. But they're not the only ones. There's actually a lot of other people that don't shelter in place, and we forget sometimes about these other workers. So I want to give a shout out to all the people working at grocery stores, to all the people delivering our food, to the truck drivers that drive to the stores to give you more stuff. Oh, God bless Amazon workers, everybody that's been helping us shelter in place. Because if we can't leave, that means people have to come to us sometimes. So that brings me to feeling optimistic, even though this is temporary. I know it's temporary, but it still helps to find some sunshine. The sun makes me very happy. So I drew a sunshine with my optimism. And I want to teach you just a little song, because moving always helps me. So clear some space, make some room. And I actually am not great at country dances, but this is somewhat of a country line dance that I wanted to share with you all. So what we're going to do is first step forward for 4. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, and clap. Then back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and clap. Now you can either just step 1 foot to the next, or if you want an advanced one, you can do the grapevine. You step behind, step to the side, and kick. step, 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 and kick. Very good. Now when the chorus comes, we're going to do a little kicking in place. Put your hands on your hips, and you're going to just touch your heel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. And the last one, this is called a box step, a little tricky. You're going to step to the side and join your foot. Step to the back. Step to the side, join your foot, step to the front. That's a box step. Let's try that one more time. It's a little tricky. Side, join, back, over, join, front. Excellent. You might not remember all of that, but that's not the most important part. Moving is fun and it helps us feel good, but the dance is to help us show respect to those people in our community who help us feel optimistic and safe at this time. So I'm gonna play the video for this one because I think it's a fun video and it can help us remember these people. So here we go. Shout out Teacher Kelly.
Firefighters are nice. They fight fires all night. Police officers are great. They keep us super safe. Doctors are fantastic. They help me when I'm sick. In my neighborhood, all the people are really good. In my neighborhood, I love my neighborhood.
All right. I know we're running out of time, so we'll wrap that one up there. I will share that song with you guys and you can sing along. And I challenge you to make up your own dance. That's what I do. It helps get me creative. It helps keep me active. And it helps keep me happy. So don't forget to, for our empathy too, listen, see with your eyes, hear with your ears, listen with your heart, and don't forget about all the people who are not sheltering in place these days. Thank you so much. Back to you, Teacher Seth.
All right, thank you, Teacher Jackie. We've got one more special guest. It is Teacher Elise. She's going to share with us an amazing effort that she is doing to help out those first responders. Teacher Elise, it's so good to see you. Welcome to Shelter in Superheroes. We're gonna unmute you here and yeah, tell us about what you're doing.
Hi there, Teacher Seth. This is my first time with our superheroes, so I'm so excited. I was just in the middle of making my tie. So as you can see, I started sewing a tie. It has T-I-E. You guys already know what tie stands for, but temporary, isolated, and effort. For me, when I was told that, oh, we have to stay isolated, I decided to take action. So I took my handy dandy sewing machine, let's see, and I dusted it off and I started to make some masks. So I want to show you my project. I got some community members to help me. They came through and offered to donate different kinds of fabric known as cloth. I have a template. So this is an example of 2 of the fabrics that I used. I cut the templates, I sew them together, and then I have my handy dandy mask. So when I was about your age, I learned how to sew, and I definitely am using this skill. So remember that all these different skills that you learn at a young age might come in handy. So with that, it spread even to a bigger cause. I decided to help my community spread kindness. So I decided to use the money that I got from making different masks, and I supplied my community with different quarantine essentials. So I took this problem and I created some great cause out of it. And you can do something similar with your home and your community. Thank you, Teacher Seth.
Oh, wow. Really so happy we had you on the call today to share that amazing project from Wilsonville, Oregon. Thank you so much for doing that. And thank you for being here and sharing it with everybody.
You're welcome.
That's it, guys. That's Shelter in Superheroes. We had 4 episodes. Right now, if you guys want to come on the call, you can raise your hand, but we're going to review quickly. Sorry, raise your digital hand. We're going to review quickly. If we know our feelings, if we can notice other people and know their feelings, then we can make good choices that are good for them and good for us, and we can be optimistic, which will help us have great things in the future. That's it, guys. That is being a superhero during this very, very weird but oddly beautiful time where we are all inside with our families. And I'm going to start to promote some people, but I'm also going to put some links into the chat here. If you guys like what you see from Banyan Global Learning, we've got more field trips, and they're not all on this topic, but some of them are. I'm putting some links where you can check out some more of our field trips, and we partner with an organization called CILC. They've been doing a community of learning event every week. They have really great virtual field trips that you can sign up for free during this time. I highly recommend it. Vita's been doing a bunch of them. They're super fun. So if you want to come on and say hi right now, then great. But otherwise, please check out those links and do some really cool virtual field trips. Thanks so much for being here for Shelter in Superheroes.